What's up, guys? True Crime King. Alright, I'm gonna cut right to the chase. Alright, so you guys know yesterday I made a reaction video on Tyler Feller, right? And you guys know I've been doing reactions on Tyler for months now, right? And yesterday, I said in the video, at one point, I said, I wonder if Tyler's really like this in real life, right? I was wondering if he really cares about people, if he's really genuine in real life, or if he was just trying to fake it, maybe to get more support or something. But I didn't know, right? Well, last night Tyler reached out to me. He did this on his own. I didn't ask him to. So we talked on the phone. We talked on the phone for about 30 to 45 minutes. Um, and I got a good understanding of how he really is in real life. I know it wasn't too long of a phone call, but we talked about a lot of good things. He let me in on some personal things that obviously I'm not going to share, but he's had some struggles, right? We've all had. I let him know about some of my struggles too, and he seemed to really care. You guys know I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not making any money off this, right? I have no reason to lie. Just telling you the truth, like I always do. To be honest, it totally changed my opinion on him. Unlike some other people, which you guys know, some turkeys, right? Tyler actually reached out like a man and addressed it, right? And I respect him for that. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, how I feel. Like I said, I'm pretty good at reading people, and I got the impression that Tyler really is a genuine and a good guy. We're gonna talk more in the future. Hopefully, I think tonight he might say something about yours truly. So you guys might want to tune in for that. I mean, it's probably not going to be anything long, but he might just say something. I don't know if he will or not, but if he does, then I will know he is definitely a man of his word. You know. So we'll see. There's always a possibility that me and him could do something in the future, right? I don't like not getting along with other true crime creators, right? I want to get along, and I want to collaborate with other creators, right? You know, but when I was doing the reactions, I didn't know Tyler, but I'm glad he reached out, and I'm glad he talked to me like a man, right? I like people should, right? So I'm just letting you know how I feel. It changed my opinion on him. I think I know. I know him a lot better than I did yesterday, right? So we'll see what happens from now on. But I encourage you guys to take think, make your own decisions, but you know, just know that you guys know I'm honest with you. And, I asked him some tough questions, like I would have done if we were on a live or whatever. And he answered them, and he seemed genuine, like I said. That's really all I can say. I just wanted to let you guys know that, and that's really it. So we'll get on to the video. Here we go.
Right now, it is a race against time to find the missing submarine that vanished in the Atlantic Ocean. We expect another update from the crews who are trying to find it at 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central. We'll have that for you here on News Nation. In the meantime, here's what we know. 5 people were on board when this vessel went missing during a dive. They were touring or set to tour the wreckage of the Titanic, about 12,000 feet below sea level. Joining me now to talk more about the search.
What's up, guys? True Crime King. All right. So we got some pretty, well, it's not breaking news. This happened about almost 2 days ago now. So these guys, these 5 tourists, I think they paid almost $300,000, right, to go down and tour the wreck of the Titanic in this little submersible, right? And then about an hour and a half after they, they went down, it lost signal with the mothership up above, and there has not been any contact with it since. So there is a huge search underway to try and find these guys or this submersible. To be honest with you, I don't even know if it's possible to even survive that long down there. I don't know if they had enough food or water, and if there was a leak or something, it's game over. I mean, they're so far down. How that so much pressure is on that. But let's see what they got to say. Here we go.
Search and the magnitude of this type of operation. Retired U.S. Navy Captain David Marquet. He's a former submarine commander as well. He is also the author of Turn the Ship Around, a true story of turning followers into leaders. Thanks for being with us this morning, Captain. I think in scenarios like this, they plan for every possible likelihood of events that could happen. Is this one of them, that it just disappears?
That the submarine just disappears?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think eventually we'll find them. It's a very tough problem, and we can eventually hook the submarine and raise it up to the surface. But it's a desperate race against time. It seems like they buttoned up about 48 hours ago, maybe 54 hours ago. So it was early Sunday morning. And so they've gone through about half of the oxygen that they have available to them. And if you imagine a spacecraft goes around the far side of the moon and doesn't come out, you got to find where they went. And then we got to get someone there to pull them up. They can't rescue themselves. They can't even open the hatch from the inside. It has to be opened from the outside. So
yeah, the hatch that that's on the inside, it can only be opened from the outside, and it's got 16 bolts that have to be unscrewed from the outside, right? So even if someone goes down and finds them, they have to take all them bolts off. This is a mess. I can't imagine being one of those people stuck on there. You're helpless, right? And you just have to hope that somebody finds you, right? And then you get found in a spot that they can hook a cable on and then winch you up. But I'm sure like they can't just go straight to the surface because they've been down under that pressure for so long, right? Like when you're a scuba diver, they have to make stops, or they'll get it's called nitrogen narcosis, right? Or you can literally die. You can get a bubble in your blood, and then it goes to your brain, and then you die, right? So I don't know. Let's see if they have an expert on here talk to them.
They're relying on the rest of us to find them and then get them back up to the surface.
Right. As I understand it, this submarine doesn't have GPS. They rely on those on the surface to know where they are. 400 miles off the Canadian coast. They're searching 900
How doesn't this have GPS?
miles as well, and about 12 to 13,000 feet deep. There are provisions that they would have had on board. Talk about what they might have if, and we pray, they are still alive and waiting for rescue.
Right. Well, number one, they have an oxygen supply that's designed to last for 96 hours. And they have what we call CO2 scrubbers. They scrub the carbon dioxide that we exhale out of the air. The design for those probably matches the length of the oxygen. So what they want to do is remain calm, take naps, reduce the amount of oxygen that they're breathing in and the amount of CO2 that they're breathing out.
Yeah, it's easy to say stay calm while you're up here and you're not in any danger, right? But try being stuck with 5 or 6 other people down 12,000 feet underneath the surface of the ocean in a small little submersible, right? Easier said than done.
And try and extend that as long as possible. That's number one. Number two is, if possible, send a signal to where they're located. That will certainly help the rescuers with one of the big problems, which is finding them. They might have a pinger. That's a lot of submarines have pingers that we can turn on, underwater telephones, or simply banging on the hull with a wrench rhythmically. It sounds like it's human noise. And the sonar buoys that the Canadians and the Americans have dropped would then locate it, and we'd then be able to find them.
Well, that's all obvious stuff, right? I mean, of course they're gonna try everything that they know to do to be found. That's obvious.
What's troubling is we don't seem to be hearing those kind of noises.
To your first point, remain calm, take naps, try to use as little oxygen as needed. Easier said than done. How do you instruct people to remain calm when they are trapped in this capsule, possibly thousands of feet underwater, without, at least according to the website, a whole lot of training?
Yeah, I don't think the people that are on the ship are naive about what they're getting into. They're professional crew members, and the British explorer who's done other trips like this, including trips up in the space. So I think of any group of humans that can probably do the right thing, my confidence is in them to be able to do that.
Yeah, well, notice there, before he said any sentence, it starts off with I think. That doesn't give me any confidence, right?
But it's got to be, it's pitch black, it smells bad, it's scary, there's a lot of uncertainty, and so your brain, you really have to control your brain's activation in this case.
Yeah, again, easier said while you're in an office with plenty of air, not in the water, with look at all that light, right? But these guys are in pitch black in this underwater coffin. That is, I would never do that. I would never go down in one of those things ever. That's just me, but it's just too many things that could go wrong, right?
Right, and they have no control over the vessel, right? They can't steer it, guide it, or know where they're going or how fast. It's a scary situation, as you said, a race against the clock. David Marquet, thank you for...
But yeah, I just thought this was fascinating, and who knows? This could be a true crime thing. We don't know what caused this yet. We don't know anything really until they find this and find out what happened, right? But this is a worldwide thing now. This is on every news channel. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew about this. And prayers to the people trapped on board. Until next time. True Crime King, out.